Hello and welcome back. Here in our second video, we're now going to create our own program in Scratch. So I've already logged in, and you can tell because I can see my username there, Wildcat Ryan. And I'm going to go ahead and click on this button, Create. So now we have an untitled program that's blank. So the first step is I'm going to give this a name, and I'm going to call it First Try. Okay. Now, if you remember from the last video, I mentioned that this is the stage. Down here is our place where all of our sprites will appear, and also a place for us to edit backgrounds too. And this right here is where we're going to be doing our programming. Currently, right now, it's telling us it's blank. There's no program. We can see this little cat, and he's currently, or she is currently located at 0, 0, X and Y. If I come over here and stick my pointer, let's see if I can get it to 0, 0. There we go, 0, 0 is the center of the screen, and you can see that right over here. Those numbers are changing. So right now, since I have this sprite selected, anything I program over here will apply to that sprite. Okay, let's change our sprite just a little bit. So I'm gonna so to edit my sprite, I'm going to click on this tab up here of costumes. So I have scripts, costumes, sounds. Right now we're going to switch from scripts to costumes. And we'll notice that my sprite has 2 costumes. And if I click back and forth, you notice that gives the sprite a little bit of an animation. Okay? So the first thing I'd like to do is, this isn't very... this cat is not Waldo-y enough. So I want to make this cat look more like Waldo. So I'm going to pick this purple and use the paint bucket tool over here. And I'm just going to drop purple into these spaces. And I think I'm going to put a shadow in its mouth. There we go. So I think that's much more Waldo-like. And I have to do it to the other state of the costume. Costume number 2. And then we'll add a shadow in its mouth. Okay, so now I've edited my script a little bit. My sprite, sorry. Now we might want to program Waldo to move around a little bit. So the way you program in Scratch, we're going to be placing these blocks. And they're usually triggered by an event. So let's maybe, let's try out both of these. I'm gonna click and drag over when the green flag is clicked, and I'm gonna do something different when the space bar, the space key is pressed. Okay, so I'm gonna come over now, and let's say I want it to move. So I'm gonna have Waldo move 10 steps, and then I'm gonna put a 10-step over here. But I'm going to change these. So when I click the green flag, let's have it do 10 steps. And maybe when I click the space bar, I'll have it go 40 steps. Let's try that out. So I can click the green flag, and Waldo moved 10 steps. If I click the space bar, Waldo moves a little more. Now, I might want to get Waldo to go back to where Waldo started. So let's take another event And let's say when I click the sprite with the mouse, we're going to go to a certain point. So I'm going to go motion, and I'm going to have it glide. I'm going to glide, and I'm going to give it, let's say, 3 seconds to get there. I'm going to have 0, 0. So let's see if I click on Waldo now. Waldo's going to glide back. Okay, so I'm trying out the different pieces of my program. In the next video, we're going to have Waldo draw with a pen on the screen.